So this is a simple air refrigeration system. So first you see this is the point 1. 1 is here. And it is the atmospheric condition, atmospheric condition at around 10,000 meter altitude. So air is so your aircraft is moving at this altitude. So the temperature is 0.1, which is mentioned in your TS diagram. This is the temperature and entropy diagram. So in this diagram, you see, this is the first point 1, which is pressure line is P1. This is the pressure line. This one is the pressure line. You see, this is the pressure line. This is the pressure line. And this pressure is very low pressure. It is approximately, it may be approximately 0.15 bar, maybe it is. Now, this very low pressure and also very low temperature. Temperature is minus 50 degrees centigrade around. So it passes through the compressor, first one here. Here there is a compressor. Another compressor is here. Here air is compressed. And the temperature increases up to this point and also the pressure. So this effect is called, already we have explained, this effect is called Ramm effect. So your Ramm effect is from 1 to 2 days or 1 to 2. If there is a efficiency, there is a 100% efficiency, then we can say that after passing through this compressor, this is the ramming effect, we will move to the 1 to 2 days. But if there is some efficiency, that means there is a loss. If we consider there is a loss, then it will move to the 1 to 2. After that, this air is now moved to the main compressor. This is the main compressor where the air is compressed heavily. Now you see, this is the 2 position here. Here there is another pressure is P2. The pressure is P2. Now this air is now compressed up to the pressure P3, where in the main compressor. So this is the condition of air now. Now, if this is an isentropic compression, if this is an isentropic compression, then it will move 2 to 3 days. Okay, but if there is an compressor efficiency is given something, then it will move to 2 to 3 in that case. If compressor efficiency is given, already you know what is the meaning of compressor efficiency. If the compressor efficiency is 100%, then it will move to, from where? From 2 to 3 days. It will move up to this point. But if it is not 100% less than, then it will move, instead of 3 days, it will move to the 3. So this is the condition. Now this air, which is at P3 pressure, passing through the heat exchanger. This is a heat exchanger. We will call it a heat exchanger. You see, it will pass through the heat exchanger. So if there is no pressure drop in the heat exchanger, then your point 4 will lie somewhere here on the same pressure line. But if there is a pressure drop in the heat exchanger, then your pressure will decreases. In this case, you see, in this case, your pressure decreases P4, because there is we are assuming that there is a pressure drop in the heat exchanger while the air is passing through the heat exchanger. Now P3 to P4, it will move the point P4. The temperature decreases. Now how the heat is exchanged? This is a high temperature air. Now you see, at this point here, this is a low temperature air. At this point, the temperature is low. Now some of the low temperature air is now diverted at this point here. Now it will passing through the heat exchanger, you see, And this low temperature, this is the low temperature air, now exchange heat in the heat exchanger. And it will move like this. But how this low temperature air flows? You see, there's a fan. This fan sucks this air. This low temperature air is sucked by the fan, and it goes to the outside atmosphere. Now, as a result of this heat transfer, the temperature goes down. The high temperature and high pressure air now passing through the turbine. You see, this is the turbine. While passing through the turbine, the temperature and pressure decreases up to the cabin pressure, because here this air has to be pushed to the cabin where the passengers are there. So we have to adjust the pressure up to the cabin pressure, 1 atmospheric, 1.03 bar. This pressure is 1.03 bar, which is the 1 atmospheric pressure. This will be comfortable at this pressure. So we have to reduce the pressure, but P4 is the high pressure. So you cannot insert directly this high pressure air to the cabin. Okay, so we have to pass it through a turbine. Now, through this turbine, now this is the cabin pressure. You see, this is the PC. We call it the cabin pressure. The temperature also decreases. Now, this is the cycle. There is no evaporator. In this system, there is no evaporator. No evaporator in this system. So this is the first one, basic or simple air repression system without evaporative cooling. So, but if we enter one evaporator can be entered here. At this point, we can enter an evaporator here. You see, here we can enter an evaporator. That means we can enter an evaporator here. So if we enter evaporator here, that means we can reduce, in the evaporator what happened? The temperature we can reduce further. As a result, if we use an evaporator, then what happened? The temperature reduces further. So that less turbine power we can use in that case. Now, this turbine is used to run the fan. You see, here fan, this fan is run by the turbine power. No extra power is required. It will run by the turbine. During expansion process, we'll get some work done. This work done is used by the fan. Why the fan is used? It will suck this air. It will suck the air. You see, this is the part of air. And this air is the auxiliary air. This air is used only to cool the main air circulation. You see, here this is the main air circulation. And this air is the air which is entered in the cabin.